I'm Joe, and here we go for another Joe Go review. The bow tie today is R2-D2 as we infiltrate Jabba's palace today. That's right, I'll be going back a long time ago into the history of LEGO Star Wars back in 2012 and 2013 when they released Jabba's palace. Then the next year they released the Rancor Pit, and you could combine those two sets to make the ultimate Jabba's palace. I'll be diving deep into these sets and then also talking about why we haven't revisited many parts of these sets since and what else is missing in a Jabba's palace themed set. Any set that comes from Return of the Jedi, I'm an easy sell for. I think it is the most Star Wars movie out of all the Star Wars canon, and especially every scene from Jabba's palace. It is so much fun. I mean, C-3PO is just on fire in that scene. He is hilarious. For minute one in Return of the Jedi, you're going to have a lot of fun. So, when they release a set from Return of the Jedi, I need to pick that up. So, Jabba's Palace and the Rancor Pit, one of my first LEGO Star Wars sets. Let me know in the comments, what was your first LEGO Star Wars set? What was your first steps into a larger world? I would love to hear about it. It's interesting how little they've done from this set since. There was some controversy when this set came out back in 2012. Well, actually, there was controversy a year later after it came out, where there was apparently some hot water because Jabba's palace reminded folks of a mosque in Turkey. But don't take it up with the LEGO group. Take it up with George Lucas and Ralph McQuarrie. I mean, this is all based on a movie. So it was so interesting how this controversy kind of blew up way back in 2013. And maybe it's because of that is why they haven't touched on more Jabba's palace sets. They did the Book of Boba Fett, Boba's throne room back in 2022. And they kind of did the exterior of Jabba's palace then. But they cut off the top. They cut off this top. This controversial top. I love that in the Jabba's palace set in 2012, it did, the top of the roof came with a missile, because we all remember that scene in Return of the Jedi when they launched a missile off the top of Jabba's palace. Yeah, we all remember that. It's one of our favorite scenes. I love when they add those little details that have no rhyme or reason. And it's just so interesting, we haven't even got a Rancor since this set, since the Rancor Pit set in 2013. I mean, here in 2023, last year, we were celebrating 40 years of Return of the Jedi, and we couldn't get a Rancor? I can't believe you're going to celebrate Return of the Jedi and not release a new Rancor set. I mean, we didn't even get a Rancor for the Book of Boba Fett. I mean, Boba Fett rides a Rancor at the end of that series. We couldn't get Boba on a Rancor? So bizarre that we haven't seen a Rancor figure since 2013. Give us a Rancor, come on! Let's learn a little from Malakili, the Rancor Keeper. Let's take a cue from him and show the Rancor a little love, come on! I love that the minifigure of Malakili, you can turn his minifigure head around and he cries. Yes, he sheds a tear for his beloved Rancor. And we should all be shedding a tear for the Rancor that's missing from current LEGO Star Wars. Let's see some more Rancor, please. It's funny enough that a year after the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, we finally get a big Jabba set. We get Jabba's sail barge as a UCS set. That's fine. I understand not wanting to go back into Jabba's palace, especially after you did kind of the throne room from Book of Boba Fett. But there's so much more of Jabba's palace we haven't seen in LEGO form. When are we going to see the droid dungeon? I want to torture some droids. That is one of the most fun scenes, and tons of droids in there where they're torturing the medical droid. They've got EV-99. EV-99 we haven't seen since the original Jabba's palace back in 2003. That's right, it's been 21 years, and we haven't seen another EV-99 done in LEGO form since way back in 2003. And they haven't even done an AD-8 droid. They've never done a LEGO AD-8 droid. And how are we supposed to torture our Gonk droids if we don't have a LEGO AD-8? I need to torture some droids. Why do droids feel pain? Who knows? But that is such a fun scene in Return of the Jedi, and I would like to recreate that in my Lego Star Wars sets. Let me know in the comments if you also want to see a Lego 88 and a new Lego EV99. Let's go. Let's torture some medical droids. I want to see it. But let's get back into Jabba's palace and the Rancor Pit and talk more about how amazing this set is. There are so many fun play features. I mean, the figures alone made this set very sought after when it first came out. It was the first time we saw Princess Leia's bounty hunter, Boushh, in her bounty hunter costume. Boushh, that's right, that's the name of that character, Boushh. And now we got to build the helmet of Boushh, but we have yet to see another, again, more things we haven't seen since. We haven't seen, since this Jabba's Palace set in 2012, we haven't seen another bounty hunter Boushh. Over to other things in Jabba's Palace, you get a Salacious Crumb. Oh, I love Salacious Crumb, Salacious B. Crumb. Salacious B. Crumb is now in that new UCS Jabba's Sail Barge, so we finally got Salacious B. Crumb again. It just goes to show you how much they packed in to this Jabba's Palace back in 2012. We got Bib Fortuna, we got a Bomar Monk even, we got the Gormarian Guards, we got Han in his Carbonite. Back here, we got Jabba on his throne, and it's such a cool play feature because you can send Oola down into the Rancor Pit. I love that you can combine these two sets. I feel like they should do that more often. Do what they're doing right now with Lego Harry Potter, where you can combine all the different rooms of Hogwarts together. Let's do that with, I don't know, the Death Star or Jabba's Palace. You can combine the Rancor Pit, the Throne Room, the Droid Dungeon, the Droid Door. Combine all those to make an ultimate Jabba's Palace. That would be a lot of fun. It's a shame we also didn't get Snide Snoodles. I would love to see more of the aliens and all the fun cast of characters from Jabba's Palace. But in this set back in 2012, you did get Oola. And let's go ahead and drop Oola down into the Rancor Pit so then we can talk about the Rancor Pit. Again, what a cool idea to put Jabba's Palace on top of the Rancor Pit and have that play functionality of dropping Jabba's enemies down into the Rancor Pit. The one downside of the Rancor Pit when you combine the two sets is that you can't lift up the gate. You can't lift up the Rancor gate once you put Jabba's Palace on top. That's something I'm happy to forfeit because these two sets combined just look amazing. Are these sets a JoGo or a no-go? I mean, right now, Jabba's Palace is $350 on the secondhand market. Rancor Pit's around $300. Maybe it's a no-go because when it comes to Lego Star Wars, I always think they're gonna re-release it, they're gonna remake it, they'll make it a little bit better. So I always say when it comes to Lego Star Wars, just wait, because they'll do it again. It's been 25 years of Lego Star Wars, so they're always remaking Lego Star Wars sets, but it's so fascinating that they haven't revisited many aspects of these two sets. But hey, we have the 45th anniversary of Return of the Jedi in 2028, so maybe then we'll see some of these aspects of Jabba's Palace and the Rancor Pit revisited. I hope you've enjoyed revisiting these amazing sets with me, Jabba's Palace and the Rancor Pit. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and thank you to those that have already subscribed. We'll see you next time, and may the Force be with you. Bye-bye.